Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back with another Reddit Ask Me Anything. This time we're joined by with Jeremy the Pitbull Smith. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, God. Hey, man. Good to be here. Thank you for having me on the show. How you doing?
I'm great tonight, thanks. I'm glad we finally got to talk. I know at one point we had talked about doing an Ask Me Anything, but
Yeah.
that was back when we were doing we were submitting the questions, and it was way more fun to actually talk to people. So,
No, it's much better talking live interaction.
so one of the things people were asking, when did you come to the States? Like, how long have you been in the United States?
Almost 3 years ago. So January 2021.
Okay, so I for some reason I thought it was a lot longer than that. So 3 years ago.
No,
Wow.
3 years ago. I have been here before, obviously. I fought here back for XFC in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite. I've been here, like, obviously, to Florida quite a few times. That's why I chose to immigrate to Florida, because I kind of knew the place better than I knew most other places. So I was like, yeah, and I like Florida. So, like, and also it's a fighting capital. So,
So in the United States, I mean, I'm sure you've been to a couple places. Have you gotten to travel to quite a few places in the United States, or other than like places you
um,
fight?
well, I've been to New York. I went to California many years ago. What else? I've been to Georgia, New York. Obviously, I fought in
Nebraska.
New Mexico, Nebraska. I went to Omaha. I went to New Mexico. So, yeah, obviously, I went to go fight there. But yeah, I got to see the place, which is cool. So,
Okay. So back growing up, like what sports did you play?
um, I played. Well, I wanted to play ice hockey, but the equipment back home was so expensive. I came to America when I was like 9 years old in Canada. Well, I
Okay.
loved the sports. I played it once or twice. And then when I went back home, obviously the equipment was so expensive. We couldn't afford it. And there's not many hours. So I played roller hockey. So I played quite a bit of that. And yeah, then I skateboarded a lot when I was younger. I got like, quite good at that shit. And then, yeah, just obviously life. I wanted to start training when I was a lot younger for the fighting, but life kind of happened. And yeah, just had to do other stuff. And then only got to train when I only started training when I was like 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got that body for like rugby. I was expecting you to say you're a rugby player.
Everybody thinks I would play rugby, but I didn't. I should have. I'd be fucking good at that. But yeah, the position I would have played would probably be hooker. So it's like the one who gets inside and gets like his few shots and nobody sees, that sort of stuff. But yeah, I should have played rugby, but I didn't get a chance. I didn't go to a school that had rugby
Okay.
because I didn't go to that. I kind of left school when I was young. I didn't get an opportunity to play that much school sports.
So when you did start combat sports, I mean, were you like what were you like hoping to go into, like boxing or
I
MMA or?
started with Muay Thai, Thai boxing.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, back then there wasn't much. MMA was, especially in South Africa, it wasn't big at all. So I started with that. I literally started, and a month later, I had my first fight. So
Wow.
I still remember I was still smoking cigarettes before I jumped in the ring, like 20 minutes before I fucking finishing a cigarette and going. And then obviously I took it from there, and I became the amateur champion for. I was amateur for about 2 years, and then I became amateur champion for kickboxing and Thai boxing because there's a lot
Wow.
different rules. And then obviously I went pro. So I turned pro after I was 20. Then I had like 10, I had 12 fights, 10 wins, and 9 knockouts in K1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Then I went
Ty
to,
just did. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
then I transitioned to the MMA afterwards. And I
Okay,
became
I
champion
understand.
of Africa.
Okay, so Thailand just had the Thai fight. Is that something you're interested in? I mean, since you have the Thai background, or no?
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah, I haven't really thrown much kicks in a while since I was training for MMA. I was like, well, since we stopped training for MMA, we started doing bare knuckle. I'm like, well, I'll just spend time fucking doing my hands instead of throwing kicks. But yeah, I could go back to kicking quite. So it won't be difficult. So it would be fun. But yeah, Thai
Sure.
boxing's always been fun. But those kicks fucking hurt.
Absolutely.
Those kicks hurt. But they're good.
So your last fight was an absolute brutal fight against Houston.
Yes.
What was your injuries in that? Like, I know you. I heard you say something about blowing out your shoulder. Like, can you tell us like what happened to you?
I tore my shoulder in the first round.
Yeah.
So I literally couldn't lift my left arm. I couldn't throw it properly. I was literally throwing it like I'd throw my whole body just to kind of half move my arm. So what I did was I put my hand on my head and I just walked forward and I threw my right. I tried everything I could with the left, but obviously adrenaline will take over as much as it could, but it was off. It wasn't working very well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of fought that with one hand. Would have been lovely
Yeah.
if I had two. And it was literally the first round. So halfway through the first round, I tore it off. I was like, fuck. There's obviously an old injury that just got flared up.
Yeah. So were you able, did you have to have surgery, or is it one of those things
Yes.
that, okay.
No, I had to have surgery. I had to reattach and everything. That surgery went well. That's why I haven't been trying to get a fight yet, because I was just recovering from the surgery. Because in this country, you don't get surgery straight away. The medical system is so flawed, it takes you 6 weeks to get a fucking surgeon. So,
Right.
yeah, at least I went to a very good surgeon, Dr. Yolders. He does all the baseball players and football players. So
That's
I
good.
was in good hands. So he did a really good job. Yeah, we're back at training now, back at sparring. Now we're just getting ready for whatever they want to put me on. So.
Okay, so now we've heard that you're going to, well, I mean, that what they're saying is allegedly that you're going to be fighting on the first South African card. Have you spoke
Yes.
to okay, so that's
Yeah.
going to happen?
Yeah. Well, it'd be kind of pointless not to put me on there. I'm from there. I was the champion of there. I know everybody. I will sell out
Sure.
an arena. I will fill
Right.
up a stadium. So if they don't put me on, it's kind of silly. Like, fly me in, let me fight there. I can sell out. I used to fill up arenas when I was there before. So, and everybody would be a good comeback to fight back in South African soil, bringing BKFC with me, being the first fight, the first main event there. It will be a huge sellout event.
Now, would you like to fight somebody who currently lives in South Africa? Would you like to fight somebody from there? Or would you like to bring somebody from
I
America?
would
Like,
think it would be better to bring somebody from America to
okay,
bring the whole South African crowd behind South Africa, because then
sure,
I'm South African. I'm
sure,
born there, I'm bred there. Yes, I live here now, but it's only been 3 years. It's
sure,
not like I'm American. I'm a South African. Like, everybody will know I'm South African.
yeah.
This is where I'm from. Yeah, I've got a German passport, but I'm South African. So,
Is there
so I
is there
think
somebody? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. No, I was just saying, I think to bring a foreigner just to get the whole crowd, especially for the first event, it's always good to do that. Like, you get the whole crowd behind one kind of person. You bring in two Americans or one American, and you put them on against two South Africans, and it's going to be a good show. Like, you need to do that. Like, when I go to Omaha, I go as a foreigner fighting. I go out of South Africa. I go as a South African fighting in America. So
Yeah.
I think it would be good to do that. Bring one over.
Would you like to take Tommy over with you when you go, and like he could fight somebody too, or?
Yeah. Tommy's going to be there already.
Oh,
So
is he?
Tommy's
Okay.
definitely, yeah. Tommy's as far as I think Tommy's there because he travels a lot more than I do, because
Okay.
he's works here and he's got kids there and his family. Still got his kids, his sons there, so he travels backwards and forwards a bit more than I do. I've only been back once since I've been here, because obviously the whole flying thing when I got here was a fucking shit show. Like,
Right.
even now, flying just takes forever. Like, you get delayed here, there. And you gotta, also, when I went to South Africa, it took me because I missed the flight because of the headwinds or whatever, that was their excuse.
Okay.
But it took me the whole commute took 35 hours
Oh
to
wow.
get there. So, yeah, compared to the supposed 21. But I got to Heathrow, then there was a delay in Heathrow for 5 hours. So it all adds up. Okay. So it's a mission to get back.
So, what part of South Africa are you from?
I'm from Johannesburg.
Okay. So, and that's where they have the card. Then you would think.
Yeah, that would be the main. Be the Pretoria, Johannesburg. They're next to each other, so there's like a nice arena, Menlyn, Main. And it's in Pretoria, but it's on the way from Joburg, so it's not far. That would be a good place, or like the Carnival City, or anywhere in South Africa, like Joburg would be good.
Okay.
That's where the most populated, dense population is.
Okay, so they just had the tryouts over in South Africa. Did you have any friends that tried out? Did you hear
Oh
about
yeah,
how it went? Okay.
yeah. I saw a lot of the guys that I know. A lot of them, I kind of just they've been fighting. Some of them are 50 MMA fights. They were there. They did their thing. I put their names through. I said, these guys are good. They're going to put on good shows. They can fight. So I put their names up front, and I said to these guys, listen, these guys, we know they can fight. Go look at their records. Like, they can fight. So they were very impressed with. I spoke to Nelson and the guys from BKFC, and they were very impressed with the South African talent. Like, wasn't just a bunch of guys off the side of the road. Like we
Sure.
have boxing backgrounds. Like a lot of people have backgrounds in boxing and stuff.
Is there much of a bare knuckle scene right now, or is it mostly MMA and like it'll be, the bare knuckle thing will be new over there?
Well, they're doing an event now, but it's not a BKFC event. If one of
Sure.
the guys back there is doing a small little event, it'll be whatever. But it will be their first sort of thing. It only just got sanctioned.
Okay.
So it would never been allowed before. It just got sanctioned a couple months ago.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, it's like literally just got sanctioned. So BKFC will be the first proper main event that's going to be there.
And do we have any sort of time frame yet, or that's still like Dave hasn't figured it out yet?
I'm hearing February, but I don't know when. I'm not sure when in February. So I'm
Right.
just getting ready and I'm staying ready.
So you're in the 205. We know Lorenzo Hunt's the champ.
I'm actually at 185.
Oh, you're going to 185? Okay.
I always fought 185.
Oh,
I just
okay.
came up. I do both. I'll do 185 and up. Anything.
Oh,
185
got
and
it.
up, yeah. So I do
Okay.
195, 185, and 205. So I
Holy-
don't mind whatever weight you want. I'll fight from 185 up. If you
Got
want me to
it.
go 175, I'm going to be a grumpy asshole for a long time, for like a good 3 months.
Got
it. And they got to pay me a bit more for that weight cut.
So would you like to stay at 185 then and fight over there, or does it matter?
Whatever.
Yeah.
If they're going to keep me at 185, then I'll fight 185. If they want me at 205, then I'll fight 205.
I just wasn't sure if there was somebody that you wanted to fight over there. You know what I mean? Like at a certain weight class.
No, not particularly. Whatever. Anybody will do. I'll fight anyone.
You just need somebody to punch.
I'll fight anyone.
Yeah. Okay, so we've watched you fight. It seems like you're one of the few guys that actually listens to his corner. Like your corner gives you advice, you hear it, and you actually do it. You know what I mean? Which is like, how long have you been with your coach?
Not that long, but
Really?
I do listen to him. He does understand the game. He understands how I fight,
Sure.
which is important. And I learned to listen after many years of not listening.
Yeah.
I've been fighting for 20 years. So before I didn't used to listen. Like I never listened. Of course, nobody listens.
Right.
But in the end, you see he's actually helping you and telling you what to do. And he can see things you can't see.
Sure.
Because you're seeing this. He's seeing from the outside. He can see the guys doing this or setting up this or whatever. And he can see how his fight is. And he can see what you're doing wrong. So I trust him. That's the thing.
The fight before Houston, it was crazy that the first round it was going and your coach, gave you very specific instructions and you go out there and you almost immediately knock the guy out. Like it's just crazy how
and
that
in
worked
the
out.
third round, he said, listen, just do this. And I did exactly that. And that reel went viral. They did a whole little thing because of the talking. Because on the app, it was him talking, and I went out and I knocked him out like literally straight away. And it was exactly what he said I must do is what I did. So the whole thing went it was pretty cool, perfectly topped.
So you have a pretty wicked scar up there. Where did that come from? The eyebrow scar? Because you've had that for a long time. A Muay Thai? Okay.
Yeah, Muay Thai. And this one was from bare knuckle.
Okay.
It's not my barber. My barber doesn't shave my eyebrows. This is permanent. I earned these stripes.
Yeah.
This is not from there. This was from a knee.
Wow.
Yeah, my elbow used to only go up to here. Like it took many years for those things to kind of fill in. Like my corner man had his whole finger in my eye. I did win the fight. I won the fight. Actually, that guy never fought afterwards. It was a tough one. He was 6'5", I think, and I'm 5'10". And he had good reach, he had good knees, good reach. He was undefeated. I was the first person to ever beat him. He had 12 wins, 12 knockouts. And I'll be there. But yeah, he was kind of broken after that. But yeah, it was a good fight.
So I had a South African send me, and I don't know the names of these people. He was watching. He was curious if you knew if anybody from EFC tried out. Mostly, I think Martin Van Staden or Shannon
Van Staden.
So yeah, he was curious if they or you think they'll try out for bare knuckle or.
Yeah, I think they didn't. They went to the tryouts. Martin has been he was nursing a bit of an injury, but he didn't do the tryouts. But his name's up there for him to fight.
Okay,
he will be a great draw card. He's one of the first names I put up there. Dino Baggerty, Martin Van Staden. We got a lot of good fighters. Like you know what the thing is, the mentality in South Africa is very different. Like when I was growing up, a good night out was we'd go out to get into a bar fight and get drunk. That was like normal for us. It wasn't like, oh shit, you got into a fight, cops came, lock you up. It doesn't make a difference. No, it was whatever. You got into a fight, and that was normal.
Sure.
That was a normal night. So, like,
That was a good night.
and it wasn't pushing backwards and forwards. It was proper fights. Like, people got fucked up and hurt. So, yeah.
It wasn't like a baseball fight where everybody, grabs hold of everybody and I hate that.
No. We actually knocked each other out. We got into fights. And like, I know Martin, he's been in a few of those as well. So he's also like the same era as me. So yeah.
Okay.
He can box and he's good. He's not scared to get his game side. We've actually fought each other twice. So,
okay.
Yeah. Long ago. Many years back. So.
Well, that sounds cool. So what do you do for fun when you're not training? I don't know what you do for like a living over here, but like when you're not working.
I own a supplement nutrition store.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's like bought a business that's I could come in and get established and get a visa, like a better visa than stuff. Then just this P1 or sports visa, which is very difficult to maintain. So I invested in the country. I bought a business. It's called an E2 investment visa. So
okay.
Yeah, bought a business. So yeah, I run my shop. I work on the business. I don't really got that much. I just kind of keep focused. Like I've only just got here 3 years ago. So the first 5 years of anything new is hard. It's different.
Sure.
It's to get accustomed to America is very weird. Like it's very difficult. It's a lot harder than I thought. It's a lot more civilized. Like it's different, completely different to back home. It's very. It's a civilized place.
What's your favorite thing about living in the United States?
I live in Florida, so there's a lot of nice stuff down here. Florida is lovely.
Yeah.
The weather's great. We got like 3 days of winter every year. Only 3 days.
Right.
Maybe 3 days, and then a week later another 3. But yeah, I like the state. I've always liked the chess. So there's a lot to like. I like the country. Yeah, the economy was good.
Yeah.
Was good. So it was a strong economy before. Now it's like the whole world's gone through it. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're not at your store and you're not in the gym, what do you do for fun in Florida? Like you go out to the ocean or anything? Or like what do you like to do?
Every now and then I like to go out to the ocean sometimes. I go to the beach every now and then. The beach it gets dirty. So I like to go every now and then. But I go out, hang out with some friends, go get something to eat every now and then, go for a drink or something. Yeah. I'm not really doing much. I just play and work. I work a lot more than I thought I would. So.
I saw you guys are you and was it Bryce are doing like a tryout coming up,
yes.
right?
Yeah, so Ryan's hosting like a local tryout. I think we're just gonna be there hosting it. We'll just be around talking, answering questions, that sort of stuff. It's for amateurs because there's a show like 2 weeks later. It's just to get see what people have got, like maybe there's some talent going around. People want to come see what they can do. It's always fun. It's not like it's not let's see I don't know how big it's going to be. So yeah.
So when you do get to go back to South Africa, what food are you excited to try again?
The real meat, steak.
Steak?
Not the processed shit you get, yeah. And biltong. Lots of steak though, and biltong. Biltong's dried beef. It's like
I've
jerky,
had that before.
But better.
It's
like jerky, but better.
I had a friend from South Africa, and she brought me some back when she came back. It was really good.
It's the best, yeah. That and brandy and Coke. It's a drink there, brandy and Coke. Yeah.
Got it.
But the brandy, is not the same brandy. It's different brandy.
Okay, so your buddy Tommy said he wants to know. So you said steak and biltong. He said he wants to know why it's not pup and vlees.
Pup and vlees is meat and pup.
Okay,
yeah. Pup is a type of carb, so it's a carbohydrate, but it's like a white. It's a maize meal based carb, but it's literally straight glycogen levels. So pup and vlees. But then vlees is obviously vlees means meat. So the pup has to have like a nice chakalaka tomato gravy where they chop up the tomato and the onion, they fry it, and they put that on the pup, and then you got the steak next to it. That's, if I'd said that, you wouldn't know what it is, but that's the stuff.
He said, whatever he says, tell me he's lying if he doesn't want to eat that. So he said that's the good
what
stuff.
I want. That's the shit. That's the best.
Cool. Well, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to? Or, like I said, you're a big, we really enjoy watching your fights in the Reddit, and we talk about you in a positive aspect. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out?
And yeah, just thanks to all the people that support me. Thank you to the fans, all of that. Obviously, without them, we can't do much. So thanks to my sponsors, Condemned Labs, Total Nutrition Western. Thanks to my coach, Ryan Perez. And yeah, just thanks to obviously David Feldman for giving us the opportunity to do this and for taking a dream and like his own dream and turning it into it's huge.
Yeah.
Turning into something that's so it's going to become massive mainstream. It's already massive and mainstream. It's just going to grow. And for giving us the opportunity to grow with it from the beginning.
Sure.
So there's a big thanks to him.
Awesome.
David
Yeah.
Feldman for obviously for doing that.
Well, I can't wait for the South Africa card. I think it's gonna be great. And like I said, I mean, it's just like you said, we're like, I can't wait to for the South Africa guys to develop and then start sending more of you guys over here, more of the United States guys. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, you know,
I
spreading
think
it out.
that's what it is like the worldwide. The world it's big, but it's not that big at the end of the day. And it's always nice to go travel. Like a lot of the traveling I got to do in my life was all from fighting. Like I fought in Serbia, Brazil. I went to Jordan. I got to go to Petra, which is like 7 wonders of the world. All that from
Sure.
fighting. I got to Bahrain. I fought for the Prince of Bahrain. I've got to come to America. That's how I came here first with fighting. I
Yeah.
went to Brazil. Yeah, I said Brazil, Serbia. Yeah, all the places I got to go to was all because of majority of the countries I got to travel to because of fighting. So I'd always try to stay a little bit longer. Like tell the company, give me like 3 days extra. I'll pay for the hotel. I don't mind. Just book my ticket like 3 days later so I can see something. So like
Absolutely.
going to Jordan and going to see Petra and I jumped into the River Jordan where Jesus was baptized
Mm-hmm.
on, it was Easter Sunday. I jumped
Oh,
in there. It
cool.
was fucking great experience. Like obviously I'm Catholic and yeah, it was just an amazing experience to be able to see these places that you'd never think of going there before. Like
Sure.
Petra, like no one ever. I knew a River Jordan, but I don't know where Petra was. But I saw the
Sure.
pictures. I've seen pictures of it in James Bond. Obviously, it was the James Bond movie. So yeah, so I got to see that. Obviously, Brazil was cool. Serbia was amazing.
Sure.
So yeah,
Yeah,
all
it's
cool
crazy
places.
how punching somebody in the face can let you see the world.
Oh yeah, and then you normally become friends with the guy you punch as well. And then
Sure.
he shows you around. He takes you to the places you want to go. You go have a drink with him. Yeah.
Well, once they finally book your fight, we'll have to do this again. Like it's been a
No,
lot of fun chatting
definitely.
with you.
Yeah, definitely. We will. Hopefully they confirm something soon so that
Yeah.
we have a deadline and I know how much weight I got to cut.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
thank
right,
you for your
cool.
time today, sir.
Of course, man. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Sure.